I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all.
I didn't watch a single snap.
I didn't watch. Did you?
Nope. I watched John do the anthem and then fell asleep. And then I woke up and it was like 27-0.
Yeah. Well, so Jaden's dad is a huge Chiefs fan. And at halftime, they FaceTimed because they wanted to see the kids. And Phil was not saying anything about the game. And I was like, wonder why he's not saying anything about the game. And I hadn't really paid attention. I didn't even know that. I kind of forgot it was happening. And then Jaden was like, oh, yeah, how's the game going? And he was just like,
I don't want to talk about it.
It's not going well. Yeah. So then I looked at the score and I was like, oh no, it's really bad.
Really, really not going well.
Yeah, it was about as bad as it could have gone.
I remember specifically when I woke up, I checked the box score and Mahomes had 41 passing yards and 2 picks.
Oy.
And I was like, that's not real.
I say Mahomes usually have 41 passing yards in the first drive.
And then maybe it gets a touchdown.
Were there more picks than that too? By the
Did he throw 3 picks in the game?
DeJean got a pick 6. I don't know. I think he had 2 or 3. I mean,
it was pretty
he played bad. The line played horrible. Travis played bad. It was bad.
I love
watched it back.
I love like zooming out and realizing that like when people are hearing this, it's like May probably, and they're talking about the Super Bowl.
We're also talking about like the worst Super Bowl ever. Like it never. I don't feel like the Super Bowl actually happened. Well, I am a Lions fan, so it hurts me even more. But I feel like America wanted Buffalo or Baltimore and Detroit or kind of the Vikings, maybe the Commanders.
Get the Vikings.
Like, we wanted that, and we got stripped of it. So it doesn't even feel like the Super Bowl actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a fever dream for everybody.
It never even really happened, and it was a terrible game.
It was a terrible game. Also, the thing that I was so excited for was like the Saquon birthday storyline.
Yeah.
And he didn't even, I was like, you got to get in the end zone. It's your birthday. He won a Super Bowl, so that's great. But then DeJean, is it DeJean?
Cooper
DeJean. It was his birthday too, and he got that pick 6, first pick of his career. Very cool. So there you go. There's our football talk for the day.
From 6 months ago.
From 6 months ago. You're welcome for that, and that's why you come here.
For sure, something really bad is going to happen to Patrick Mahomes, and we're not going to be able to play this at all.
And be like, oh man, yeah, he did burn down that orphanage, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Scott is known for the aged like milk comments.
Does happen quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'd like to not even, I was going to list some, but I'd rather not. I'd be like, oh, this guy, oh, dude, what a talent. Oh, man, can't wait to see where this guy goes. It's like, oh, never mind. We saw where they went. They went straight to jail.
I feel like you and I have also had some really, like, well-aged comments too. Like TASM 2.
Spider-Man.
TASM 2 is the big one where everybody for years, I got like lit up. That would have been probably like my freshman or sophomore year. I remember watching it a bunch of times. It's probably like my sophomore year.
I think I was probably a
I got torched for saying that I thought that was the best Spider-Man I had seen to that point. And now it's like, well, kind of coming around because once they did No Way Home, everyone's like, Andrew's got to be in it. He's the best Spider-Man. I'm like, when did we agree on that?
Exactly. That's what you know what pisses me off.
That does piss me off.
When everyone feels like they just like come to a conclusion, like they heard something. Here we go. Here, high horse time. They'll say, you know what I heard so many times? Well, Toby's the best Peter Parker, but Andrew's the best Spider-Man.
And we're all supposed to just agree.
Who said that?
Yeah, we're all supposed to agree. Oh, Toby's the best Peter, Andrew's the best Spider-Man, Tom is the best at both. I'm like, I don't think that.
What are you talking about? Everyone just says that like it's fact.
Yeah, like that's 1, 2, 3. We all got that. Like it's objective.
I don't know.
She hasn't seen any probably.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all. Yes, many times. I'm married to the biggest Marvel fan of all time.
Huge.
That's what's such like a lazy and not fun conversation to have is when people don't have their own opinions on that. I have always thought Andrew nailed it.
You know,
he's great.
I had
He's
that
great.
Little jacket in high school. I had a little kind of a brown jacket. And then I got these glasses because I was like, it looks cool on Andrew Garfield and Spider-Man. And he also kind of had a cool jacket in The Social Network. And then as time went on, and I was like, I really like that Spider-Man a lot. Like everything about it was great. And people were like, no, you don't like Spider-Man. You just like Andrew Garfield. And I was like, what do you... How dare you?
How dare you tell me I don't like Spider-Man?
What are you talking about, bro?
How dare you tell me I don't like Spider-Man?
But Andrew Garfield is one to like, because don't you love Tick Tick Boom?
I love Tick Tick Boom. I love Hacksaw Ridge. I love Andrew Garfield.
Everything that he does is good.
Do you see
He's very good.
Under the Banner of Heaven? It's a show on Hulu.
I don't think so, no.
Real good. He's like a detective looking into, I think it was a real thing. It was like these murders that happened in Utah.
God dang it. I'm not going to think of the name, but he was like going around and this guy he was working for, like he had no money and this guy he worked for is this mogul. and he would go and like kind of screw people over in real estate deals.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No, just the first one, I think.
That was the first one.
No, but he was also really good in that. Because like the movie itself wasn't that good, but you're watching Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he's good in everything.
He's nuts. Yeah. He's so good. You watched the movie with Florence Pugh and Harry Styles?
Yeah. Don't worry, darling.
That one's
Can I have an opinion on this one too?
Wild.
Everyone talk about that movie like it stinks.
I didn't think it stunk.
That movie was good. How
I thought
dare
it was
they?
okay. It wasn't like a movie that like when I saw Greatest Showman, I texted you guys the second it stopped and I was like, go see Greatest Showman, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
It's not like that. But it's like, I would recommend that movie.
I liked it. I put it in my list of good movies that I saw.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But it was another one of those that everyone was just like, oh man, what a stinker that was.
Yeah, I never saw that one either. Is it on Netflix?
Maybe. It's
at the time I saw it, I think.
Yeah.
You can find it somewhere. They put all the good movies on Max.
Yeah, we don't have that.
I just watched Interstellar for the first time.
Oh my gosh. I went and saw it in the theater. Were you with?
So good. The music is so good. Hans Zimmer is insane.
I actually, in the theater, it was a little much though, because there's a lot of scenes that are very, yes.
Yeah.
And I started to feel nauseous. So I actually had to go stand in the hallway for a minute.
There is a lot of like spinny, kind of graphic.
And when it's on the
CGI.
biggest screen right in front of your eyes, I actually did have to go stand outside for a minute because it was a lot.
That's a movie that I'm going to need to see again. And most people were like, you have to watch it twice because you don't get it the first time. I just don't really remember.
I don't remember it at all.
So I'd like to see it again.
That was one of the movies that has one of the biggest aha twists I've ever seen. They're like Shutter Island. Now Interstellar would be one.
Did we talk about this? I feel like we had this conversation.
I haven't seen Inception yet. I need to get to that.
You've never seen Inception?
No, Eggy grills me about it too.
I saw Eggy yesterday.
It's insane to not have seen Inception yet, and I get that, but
yeah, that's crazy.
I honestly have like a irrational fear of watching those movies because you see everybody agreeing like, oh, what I would do to watch this movie for the first time again. It's like I kind of want to hold on to having not. It's such a stupid thing to think because it's like I do want to experience it for the first time, but like I can wait. I also have I went into Interstellar not knowing a thing. I've survived spoilers this long, so
that's one I think people didn't get enough to be able to spoil.
Like, yeah,
it's hard.
Just confused.
I would have a hell of a time spoiling Interstellar. I don't know what I would say because if you're not in it, you don't know. You can't. You really can't spoil them. Well, the one thing you could spoil, I would say, because it's so far gone, I'll just say it, would be like the bookshelf scene. You could screw that up for somebody.
Yeah. I don't even remember it at all.
That's like
I don't. All I remember is feeling sick in the theater.
Was the bookshelf thing.
One of my favorite movie fun facts is that they planted all that corn for real. They had like hundreds of acres of cornfields that they planted for the movie instead of using CG, and then they sold all of it for like a profit on the movie.
Oh, nice.
Cool. And then they did the same guy just did Wicked, and they planted a ton of tulips.
The flower fields. Yep.
Little movie fun facts for you. That's what we're all about here. That's why you tune in.
We're big movie people.
Talk
and
movies
and games.
Talk movies and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
From 6 months ago at this point, how long?
8 months ago. Every time it's just going to push back.
Every episode, because who knows when these are coming
out. How long
out.
it's going to take us.
The one other thing before we dive into whatever the heck we're going to dive into, I wanted to talk about, did we bring it up last time, the movie posters thing, or did we talk about that off camera?
I don't think so. I don't think we did.
Movie posters?
I think we brought it up. Not movie posters, posters that we had in our bedrooms.
No, I never even said it.
Yeah, he read the cue card, I think, just off camera with us.
We never even talked about it, though.
Yeah.
Bedroom posters, not movie posters.
Yeah, bedroom posters. I don't know why I kept saying movie posters. Talking about movies.
I also do. I want to do a draft of movie posters, like
just like the prettiest or coolest looking.
So I know it was because I saw a very specific one where I was like that. I'm not gonna remember what it was right now, but it wasn't even such a great movie. But I was like, that is the best poster for that movie. I forget what it was, but there's some iconic ones.
Yeah, there are some really good
ones. And you'd want to take like Jaws and stuff just because like that's what everyone thinks of. But I think we would be more out of the box.
Jaws is on every Hot Topic t-shirt.
It is like the number one movie poster.
Do you guys remember what you used to have in your rooms?
For posters, I just remember having a lot of sports stuff. Like we would go to the book fair.
Vince Carter.
And all you'd ever get was posters and like little trinkets.
We had Vince Carter dunking. And
Vince Carter dunking.
From below, and he was dunking and kind of looking down at you.
Had a LeBron, the chosen one. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
that was
had a
above your
Dwayne
bed.
Wade
There's a Cavalier
Miami
one.
Heat
D-Wade,
one.
yeah, you were weirdly like
I really liked. I think I had a crush on him. Is what it
D-Wade.
was. Yeah.
You're just
Oh, yeah.
realizing this as an adult. I think it's what it was.
I'm pretty sure I had a
actually
crush on him.
never cared about basketball.
Yeah, it was like also when I decided I liked Duke for a season because
Yeah.
I had a crush on JJ Redick.
yeah.
And then when like the next season or a couple seasons later, I switched to North Carolina because Tyler
Hansbrough.
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 Yeah.
It's like you just switch from Duke to North Carolina is about as
Yeah, I know,
drastic
you're not allowed to do
of a
that.
change.
JJ Redick was a stud. I
Is he
just
a coach
saw
now? He's a
there
coach
was he's coaching the Lakers
Yeah.
and they're killing it. Somebody was asking JJ Redick, you know how he is like one of the best high school and college basketball players ever for like whatever weird reason. He had great NBA career, but not like LeBron. And they were asking like, were you like a dog in high school? And he just kind of looks at the camera like, and he goes, well, I was he said something like McDonald's All-American, whatever. And then when his high school highlights,
reel,
he was so nasty. He was so nasty.
That's like Tavon Austin was the most
In college.
disgusting football player. And then in the NFL, it's like, I don't know. They didn't really scheme him up right, but I love those the guys that are like, I don't know why I like it, but I like it when they're insane. And
I
then
love
you kind of forget
an
about
insane college player that doesn't like pan out.
So funny 'cause
It's
that
so
guy is
good.
No,
like,
that would
I
be
hate that.
the Duke player from a couple years ago who was absolutely insane, like best of all
Zion.
time. Yes.
He's still
That's close.
He's doing all right.
Because
He's
like
still got a
so
lot of
when
time.
Zion plays in the NBA, he's amazing, but he never really plays. Like you're
Right.
kind of right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's not where we all thought. Like kind of as much as it hurts to say Carson Wentz also. Like
Yeah.
Carson
was top dog.
Carson, it was not his fault, by the way. Carson got hurt.
Yeah, he did
being an
like
animal
right
out
away.
there.
Right away got hurt.
Although it was his fault because he got himself hurt by
He did
being an
get-
animal.
By being an animal.
He
Yeah.
broke both of his ankles on the same play. Pat McAfee. Zion, he mopped the floor with the Bison, and when the Bison made it to the March Madness
Yeah.
tournament,
Not in the first half. That was crazy. First half we were down by like less than 10.
I have the highlights of that saved on my computer.
It was insane because the
We're
first
really cool.
half,
Yeah.
and I remember we were watching it in a Bison Block apartment, and about half of the room was like thinking like, oh my gosh, like, and then half the more logical side was like, guys,
It's not.
slow-
It's not.
like,
It's very
slow
far
down.
from
They have
over.
RJ Barrett, Zion, like chill out, and then they just waxed us.
It's a cool highlight though to watch.
I mean, it's cool that they got to play because if you're gonna play a team, if you're the Bison, you're gonna get bounced first round. You may as well play one of the most iconic teams in the
yeah.
last like 10 years.
I don't know that they lost by that much in the end. Anyways, it
Yeah.
wasn't as much of a blowout.
Yeah, it
as-
wasn't like it was a 40-point game,
Yeah.
but
It was closer than people would have guessed.
It
especially
was such
'cause
a
that
big
Duke team was
deal.
so good.
Such a big deal when NDSU made the tournament when we were in. I was probably
In elementary.
When they played, they
When
played Kansas.
Ben Woodside
Woodside.
played.
Yeah.
They shut school.
We all went to
watched
the
it in
gym.
the gym.
Yeah, we went to the gym. They pulled out the bleachers and they had a huge screen with a projector, and we watched the
and
game.
they opened up the concession stand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so
We're-
fun.
We're
Like,
just
how fun.
we're just like a small town elementary
We
school.
grew up
middle
at the right
school.
time,
Yeah,
though.
we did.
And then they
yeah.
were like, "Hey, the college in Fargo
Yep.
is on the TV.
Yep.
we gotta watch
we
it
gotta
on the
watch
TV."
this. They got popcorn going. I think
Yeah.
everyone got Gatorade and stuff. It was
Uh-huh.
very fun.
Yep.
We grew up
Very
at the
fun.
right time. Have you ever seen? I guess you guys don't have TikTok, but
No.
I got sucked into a rabbit hole of old, like nostalgic Christmas posts, and it'll just be like the most simple pictures of like a Christmas tree and like the presents, and then like a shot of a house or like Christmas cookies, like the
Yeah.
ones you'd bake in the oven.
Yeah, with the
one, like a
frosty
tree on it.
on them. It's
They got Halloween.
And it was just, you just scroll through them, and it's like Christmas doesn't feel like that anymore.
It's just
Yeah.
different as an adult.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if it does to
But
a
I-
kid.
yeah,
does
I don't know that it
Yeah,
I
he
bet
does,
Calvin
yeah.
would
Yeah,
be
I don't
like,
know if it does as a kid. Like maybe it does, but I feel like it's just it doesn't have that magic anymore.
What's the one when Grandma and Grandpa had the what is it called? It's not a nativity set, but it's like a little city, a little village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, their Christmas
Where
village.
there's like a train and
Yep.
We were in, I think, must have been Costco or something, and we walked down the aisle because Corbin wanted to see all this stuff, and I saw a set that was like, I mean, just it's sinfully expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe there's part of it too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Bare-
That's I
doing
feel
the
like
minimal
It's
thing.
so
and
expensive.
I do
Everything
think
is.
a lot of it has to do with shopping today. Because like
Mm.
I remember Christmas shopping where you'd get like the catalog and you'd circle what
Kids
you
still
wanted
do
and stuff.
that. Kids do still do that.
Well, I guess I just think of Christmas shopping as like going online and ordering Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not fun. It's fun to go into the mall and see Santa and like see all the decorations and stuff.
Yeah. And when we were little, even though our parents didn't do Black Friday shopping, that was a big thing for Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So like a lot of Kyle's parents would do that. They would go Black Friday shopping and get a bunch of Christmas stuff. So for him, Black Friday used to be linked to Christmas.
Yeah.
And now that's not really a thing anymore either.
I've never Black Friday shopped before.
We were doing a Christmas thing with Jaden's side of the family. And man, I want to say it was her aunt. She goes shopping still. So like every gift, she's in the mall or whatever, she's shopping around, she's looking around, and it's like, that is something that reminds me of Scott. So then she gets it.
Yeah.
And even when it's something that's like, oh, it's, I didn't ask for it. It's not something that I would think, oh, I need that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that it was, oh, she was out seeking out something for me, instead of like, she scrolled past it on Instagram and she's like, oh yeah, that'll do.
Mm-hmm.
There is something where it's, even if it's more of a knick-knacky thing that you don't need.
Right.
Like, oh, it did remind them of you.
Yeah.
Actually shopping in person, I feel like, is more personal than even if you were to get, I think even ordering a personalized gift online, I still feels more personal to go and like look for something
in the store.
in the store.
If you're just literally going to the store to aimlessly wander and see if something inspires you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fun too. I like aimlessly wandering around the store. Not often, but I like doing it sometimes.
Yeah. Any other posters that
Adrian
you can think
Peterson.
Oh yeah, the posters.
Adrian Peterson poster when he's on the Vikings. Dog.
We had one that was, I don't think it was a real player. It was just a generic basketball guy.
Oh, I think you meant you remember the Viking one? He was like a caricature. That was sick. He was ripped. We probably have it. Anyways,
I don't know.
Fake basketball player.
Well, it was just a guy, a stock photo guy, I think, and then it had some text by it. I'm almost certain I could find a picture,
like an inspirational quote type thing.
But it looked like Michael Jordan. He was in like a red jersey.
It was supposed to be Michael Jordan, but it was not.
Yes, but it wasn't Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And it was something like the end is never the end, unless some weird inspirational thing.
Yeah.
There is a hilarious picture of Michael Jordan backing down Michael Scott in the from the third episode of The Office.
Yeah, I've seen the whole cast in like an NBA-esque photo.
Oh, really?
It's
That's
really
funny.
cool. I think I probably have it saved on my computer. When I have
probably
cool
do.
stuff, I just download it and keep it on my computer.
I had one of, I think I had a poster of like the full NDSU volleyball team, because that was growing up. I wanted to play volleyball at NDSU.
It was a long, skinny one.
Yeah.
Kind of like a panorama.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I did also have like a vertical of the women's basketball team. And I want to say Lisa Bew. Is that her maiden name? I think is Bew.
I don't know.
She played at the same time as Amanda Jurdot, who was a kindergrad. She was really, really good. And she was one of my coaches when I got to go to camp there. So it was cool to have her on the poster.
Oh man, did you go to the Bison football camps?
I know you did.
Man, I went to those and it was like Celebrity City.
Yeah.
Also, that was before they were winning all those championships, but I remember all those guys more than any. I mean, I was a kid, so of course I do.
Yeah.
But I remember Joe Mays. Or Joe Mays? Was that his name?
Yeah, he played for the Redhawks.
No, that was
Mathis.
Mathis. Joe Mathis.
Mathis.
Joe Mays was the football player, linebacker, and then he played for the Broncos or something, I think. And Tyler Roll.
Yeah, Tyler Roll was insane.
Is the tight ends coach for the Lions. He just got hired like a week ago.
Really?
What a legend.
Wow.
See, NDSU legend. And then there was another running back. His name was Kyle something.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel was a linebacker later.
No, Stepananski or something. I don't really remember what it was,
like
but I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And then because I was in the running back group. So I was like, I know these guys. Holy crap. And then I threw up violently at camp and it was
that would be a good we have a good story to tell. I don't know if Scott even knows this. I had looked at it. Scott, at one point, I think you were probably in like 5th grade, had the longest recorded run in Fargo Dome history.
Yeah, that's for real.
But that's
a real thing.
But it didn't count.
Didn't stand. No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Eric
Bachmeyer blocked someone in the back
Eric
like 20 yards away from
good buddy, legend, absolute legend, quarterback of the
one
team.
of the best athletes ever walked
One of
through
the
those
best
halls.
athletes in school
And he
history.
took Scott's record away.
Stole the record from me. He saw me do it and he said, let me block this kid in the back 40 yards downfield. Insane. 99. It was a 99-yard touchdown run in the dome. Never had been done before.
And even if it had, it can only be 99.
I would have
so it's
matched
like you had the record.
I had it. And then
As a
that son of a
fifth grader
gun
or
took
whatever.
it from me. He took it from my grasp. He said, over my dead body, Scott. What was I, like a 5th grader, you said? Something like that?
Probably, because I think you were wearing
kid.
the white jerseys with the black numbers.
No, that was 4th grade. I must have been wearing the teal jerseys.
teal?
Yeah,
Was
when I
that
played
the-
for
Those are so
Titans.
gross.
Titans, that's what it was.
Yeah, the teal was so
Titans.
bad.
Titans. And it was Titans both years, but we changed jerseys because we had like weird turquoisey color.
Yeah.
Which is not the Titans. I don't even know why.
No.
But then they gave us like the Tennessee Titans colors the next year. And
those ones are good. Those are good. And then the Dragons. I was the Dragons. We had good ones too.
Did they split them up into the towns that we were in?
Yeah,
I was playing for the
Oxbow
Oxbow
team and then the Kindred team.
For me, no, because we had like a historically crazy athletic class, even when we were kids. So they just split us up evenly.
Balanced them up.
And then both of our teams were just insanely good.
We went to a very small school, relatively speaking.
I graduated at 50 and we had like 12
had
mega athletes.
Yeah.
But it's funny to think because when we were younger like that, we would have multiple teams. It wasn't like, oh, you're on the varsity football team. It was a few different teams for every sport. Baseball had a bunch of different teams, and it was always split up for me by the kind of suburb or town
where you lived.
And it was this awful like disconnect that I felt between, because say I was on the Kindred Pee Wee baseball team. And then all my friends, like Tyler, my absolute best friend, Jake, my good friend Jake, good friend Nick, all these guys were playing for the other team. And then I was here like with, I still friends
with Eric
with them,
Bogmeyer.
but like, no, Eric played for the other team.
Oh, he did?
He weaseled his way in there.
Yes,
Scumbag. He had it out for me.
They have to filter it by skill level.
Well,
That's
they
the only
weren't
thing that
doing
makes-
it. They weren't doing it when I was there,
That's the
and
only
it
thing
was
that makes sense.
frustrating because then it was like, okay, I guess I know these kids, but my best friends all played for the other team.
Yeah.
And then we would do the thing where you kind of scrimmage. You go to a tournament and it's like the Kindred Blue and the Kindred White. They play against each other. The Kindred Whites were playing against the Kindred Blues. And
jeez.
and it was like this awful tension, and kids weren't nice about it. It wasn't even fun. It was always like, oh man, we got to play our own friends, and they're not going to be nice about it. It was horrible. Basketball, they split us up by skill level, even from a young age, and that made it even worse when we had to play each other because it was like, oh no, it's not going to be close. It just felt so wrong. Just beating up on them.
So they put all the good kids on one team?
All the good kids on. And whenever we would go to a tournament, they'd split us up because there was, I don't know, maybe like 12 of us or 13, 14 of us that played. So there were too many of us to be on one team. So they'd split us into two for tournaments. And then they would split us up by skill level. And because they wanted to win, They're like, oh, we got to get Kindred to win.
Got at least one team that's winning.
And it was twisted. It was awful. And it made me feel sick to my stomach. I was dunking on those other kids. Absolutely. Triple doubles every game. I was like, I have to do it.
I don't feel good about
I don't feel good about it, but I am going to put up 30 on you. I have to do it.
I don't care who I'm playing. I'm dropping 30. 3 things in life are guaranteed: death, taxes, and I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get my 30.
I do remember a horrible experience playing in one of those tournaments, and I was on the more skilled team in basketball, so I'm going to toot my horn a little bit, but I did a very unskilled thing. I was dribbling up, and we're wearing our white jerseys. Okay, dribbling up, boom, 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 taking the ball up, point guard, absolute beast, right? Athletic freak. Boom, boom, boom. I see out of the corner of my eye another white jersey, and I'm about to get that defender up on me. So I'm like, let me toss this out really quick. Boom. I toss it, and as I'm like releasing it, I realize that's not a player. That's Mrs. Jensen.
Oh,
refereeing in like not in a referee shirt, by the way, not
just in a white t-shirt,
just in a white polo.
She just cooked you.
And I'm like, uh-oh, no, as it's like slow-mo leaving my hands, and then she kind of just like, what the, and I hit her, boom, right in the shoulder. I was like, wow, embarrassing. And the whole crowd kind of did like the, oh.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
They didn't giggle. It would have been better if they giggled like, oh, that was a mistake. But it was kind of like, oh.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's on the, and they said, which team is he on?
Yeah.
Who split up these teams? They put him on the good team?
No. He just passed it to a woman.
He tried to take the computer teacher's head off. Unfortunate.
The computer teacher that had to deal with so much crap from the class in between us.
Yes, and because of that.
Remember the whole Goofy Goober thing?
That was Brady, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I don't even know if it's worth
what
telling,
an icon.
But it's such a funny story. But because that group was so bad, then it kind of trickled into our group a little bit, which I don't condone, but there was a little bit of goofing around.
She had to deal with a lot of goofing around for sure.
She led one of my favorite memories of high school. Quickly, she was just reaming our class. Like our class was so
your class was so mean to teachers.
Our class was terrible. We had a lot of just like textbook. They would drive a teacher nuts. And so she just had enough, and she was just letting us have it. And Andy, who was not like that, Andy was a great student, whatever. she was talking about how like none of us had any drive and whatever, and Andy's sitting there like slumped down in his desk, and he's got his hand on his mouse. This is in computer lab, and she's just like, I feel like none of you even care to blah blah. And I look over, and he's just like, just clicking, like just slunched over clicking. And he's playing Cookie Clicker, which is literally you just click a cookie and you get that many points. He's just sitting there, he's like, I almost lost it. You gotta be kidding
when
me.
the good kid in class is not even paying attention.
The good kid is
Just
like
clicking.
that's like she was giving me some crap about not listening or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
Paying attention. That's exactly
that scenario.
Oh no, did that go down?
Oh no, we're still going.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Any other posters that you can think of?
I was gonna say we had a Nintendo poster, but we didn't. We had all
Nintendo
4
colors.
walls were painted at one of the Nintendo 64 logo colors.
Yes.
Blue on the closet wall,
Mm-hmm.
yellow on the wall with the door, red next to my bed. Greg and I shared a room, and then green behind my head on the headboard wall.
Yep.
I was thinking about this recently because every time, whether it's guys or girls, if someone for years, if they're at what would have been my apartment or at my house, everyone who sees my bedroom is always like, "Oh, your room is so cool."
Your
And,
current room, you're saying?
Yeah, because like most guys my age would just have terrible rooms.
Yeah.
It'd be like just bed in the corner, maybe like a friggin' flag or something, like just bad bedrooms.
Pulp Fiction poster hanging from
And
a
like
tag.
my current bedroom is every girl is like, this bedroom's such a green flag. Like I have like really nice posters, and I have that brick wall thing and nightstands and an amazing
like a
dresser.
brick wall thing. What are you talking about? Like a paper?
The thing that you had in your old
wallpaper?
studio.
You took that?
Yeah.
I wonder where that thing
I've
went.
had that for a long time.
Oh,
Like
where
my
the heck
room
is
looks
that?
really good right now, and I have that desk, the standing
desk.
You gave me that. You knew I had
And
that.
my awesome brick wall and my awesome
You
standing
gave me that.
desk.
And then, so like, I have a good room, and I was thinking about, I was like, that was because mom always very specifically designed a cool room for us.
Yes,
we
and
didn't-
our posters were not allowed just to be like tacked on the wall.
No, heck
They
no.
were in a frame.
They were in
They
a
were on the
frame,
wall.
and they were lined perfectly,
Yeah.
and the colored walls and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I care about my bedroom so much.
Because you've always had a bedroom that looks like that.
Yeah,
A
a
lot of
bedroom that
people
you
don't.
care to have look good. Like when you go in your bedroom, you want to like feel good.
Yeah.
Is a lot of the stuff in here was actually in that probably up on the top shelf, which you probably can't even see on any of the
The
camera.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid's up there.
Well, there's
Those
those things that we made at Clay Your Way, pottery painted by you.
Yep. Was that poster ever in your room, Greg?
I don't think so.
I had this one. I had this
that
in my
was yours?
apartment.
Who was
When I lived
mine?
with
Yeah.
Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
Me and old Jesser.
Yep.
This was sitting outside of where was this? In the basement of our house.
What are you talking
This
the caricature? That dad had that upstairs in his closet forever, hanging in his closet.
did?
Yeah, for a long
Hiding
time.
away in the closet.
Was that done at Valley Fair?
No, that was at the Mall of
Camp
America with
Snoopy.
Grandma.
Oh, Camp Snoopy. I'm starting to come around on Nickelodeon Universe. It's kind of cool.
It's cool.
I think
It's
they're
not
making it
Snoopy.
cooler.
It's the same thing that you were saying about Christmas isn't the same. Camp Snoopy, in my opinion, was better, but it probably is way, way worse.
Nickelodeon
You
Universe
know,
is pretty
it's
cool.
probably not better at all. Nickelodeon's probably, but that's what I remember from my childhood.
Except
This
they
is-
did slow down the roller coaster.
Big time.
Big.
So here's what's going on for anybody. The Mall of America in Minneapolis,
Mhm.
which is America's mall. There was a
Theme park.
a theme park inside the mall. There is a theme park
Yeah.
inside the mall. A big one, a nice one. And it used to be Camp Snoopy, which was like Peanuts themed, Snoopy themed. And they had a lot of stuff that wasn't even at all related
Yeah, it really
to that at all.
wasn't. It was just
The
a
Mystery
callback.
Mine Ride.
The Mystery
Yeah.
Mine Ride, which was a horrifying experience for a young child.
But it was so
But
cool.
so
But
fun.
so
Yeah,
much
you-
So
fun.
cool.
So much like scary. It was kind of like an interactive theater where your seat would
Your
move
seat
and
moves,
stuff.
Yeah.
And they also had Ghost.
Ghost Blasters. That's
Blasters?
still there.
They
Which
still
was-
have that.
Again, very scary
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a child. Horrifying for me.
Yes.
Is it the same thing now? or
Yeah,
did they
it's the
change it?
same thing.
You sure it's still there?
It
'Cause
hasn't
Jane
changed.
and I went there
promise
to
it's
film a
there.
video.
It is
It's still
there. Last time I was there, it wasn't going though. But
Maybe
yes, it
that's
is
why.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they didn't turn it into a Danny Phantom thing.
Yeah, I know.
They have a different
They,
Danny Phantom,
yeah, I don't know
which
why
was
they
iconic
chose
when
to do
that guy was doing the Danny Phantom ride. That operator. You remember
Oh,
that?
I have
yeah,
no idea what
yeah.
you're talking about.
So like the Danny
Oh.
Phantom ride is you're all like in a line and you swing up in a circle and then sometimes we'll go back down this way, or you're just like going around in a circle.
It's like that classic fair
like
ride.
laterally.
That started to tip, and all those people had to jump on it. Yeah.
So like when you get to the top, you can't see the ride operator, and then you get back to the bottom, you start to see him again. He would strike a different pose
every time. It was so funny.
He made the ride because like it's not a fun ride unless that guy's doing that.
Yeah, because we'd laugh every time we'd come back down and he was in a different pose. That was funny.
About that guy.
Or like in Disney World when the guy on the Tower of Terror kept opening up the doors.
Oh, yeah.
The elevator operator. So you get into the elevator and the doors close, and typically right away they start the track of going, but the operator opened the doors and would be like, just kidding, you're not going yet.
Yeah.
And then they would close and we'd wait for like probably 6-7 seconds, and then he'd open them again. We're all just crying, laughing inside. It was so funny. He would never let us actually go on the ride.
Yeah, we never actually, I don't even know what the ride's like. We never did it.
I think we pulled one of the best pictures in the Tower of Terror ever.
Oh yeah,
when we changed
that one's
clothes.
pretty
Me and
iconic.
Scott literally switched shirts. That was iconic.
And I'm in between them going like this. And
I feel like that is something that they would intercom in and be like, hey,
don't
let these guys go on the ride anymore.
Yeah, I feel like I've even seen it mid-ride for things where they're like, hey, stop whatever you're doing.
If you
all
have
the
your
time
phone out and stuff. I don't know if Disney cares about your phone, but I was at Valley Fair. Someone at the very top of Wild Thing, a 200-foot roller coaster, had their phone out and they don't let you have it. This poor operator ran the whole way up.
Oh my gosh.
Up the stairs, ran the whole way to the top, told the guy to put his phone away, ran all the way down.
Oh my
You gotta be
gosh.
kidding me.
Yeah, at Valley Fair, they're way more strict. At Disney, they let people have basically anything. At Universal, you can't have it though. So it just depends on where you're at.
Valley Fair, I don't think people understand
how great it is.
How great Valley Fair
It's an awesome park.
Iconic.
What city is it in? It's like
It's in Shakopee, Minnesota, which is just
it's like $35 for the full day. It's the craziest value of all time.
Insane how good of a amusement park it is.
It's for sure Six Flags tier.
Oh,
for
it's
sure.
better.
Have you been to Six Flags?
I don't need to ever go because I've been to Valley Fair so many times. When I think like great amusement parks, and we've been to Disney and stuff, I've been to a lot of theme parks in my day. Okay. Valley Fair, I still think is number one.
It has the best rides.
It has such good rides.
Yeah, for like a teenager up, best rides.
It's awesome. And then and now they have a full water park that's also included.
The water park is
so
getting,
City is part of it.
The water park is getting so good too. They have the plunge slides that like it drops your feet out from under you. That one's
huge
so fun.
tide pool, which is really cool.
Yeah.
They have those like a bunch of the family raft stuff, and they have those kind of racing twirly slides and the toboggan slides. And they got every single gosh darn thing that you could ever look for.
Yeah.
They have the Wild Thing, which is a 200-foot drop roller coaster. They have Renegade, which is just tight turns, crazy wooden roller coaster.
Crazy fast.
That's the best roller coaster.
Power Tower is 275 feet tall, and it's just a drop.
Steel Venom.
The Extreme Swing is amazing. Extreme Swing might be the one I have most fun on.
That one's fun.
Even the old ones, like the corkscrew is great.
Yeah.
It's the loop-de-loop.
And the High Roller.
The High Roller is like the original wooden roller coaster.
It's so fun still.
I just saw a video of them retracking High Roller this year. Yeah.
That one creaks pretty bad, but it's fun. It's fun.
The other thing too, so we went there, probably
every summer
for many years when we were kids. And then it was maybe year, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, year 6 or 7. And then we were like, Excalibur exists? We had never gone.
Which is a good ride.
We just walked past it to go to that water ride.
It's awesome. We go to on the Thunder Canyon. What's it called?
Yeah, Thunder Canyon.
Thunder Canyon. It's a water raft ride.
It's fun.
And we go to the back of the park. It's in the way in the back. You got to cross under a bridge. It's like you're crossing into Narnia. And we just never went on the roller coaster.
And I think the ride is okay.
I think it's top 5.
But the vibe of the Excalibur, because you're right, you feel like you're in the back by yourself, and it's fun because like the music is different, the trees are better.
Yep.
The vibe of Excalibur is really fun.
It is cool back there.
And no one's ever back there.
Yeah, there's never a line. Never a line.
You might see 3 or 4 coasters go in front of you, and then you're up.
I've never even had that. I swear to God.
That's the most you could ever find is like 3.
And it's like, get on.
Yeah.
And the kids there like, oh, someone's here?
He wakes up. But that water ride, that Thunder Canyons, you have to wait for a long time for that one.
That's a fun one, though.
It's so fun.
It's probably not worth the wait if you have to wait like more than 40 minutes, but like it's a fun ride.
Fun,
it's typically at least a 20-minute wait, though, at least.
But I guess that's another huge selling point of Valley Fair. the lines are really not that long.
Yeah,
ever.
compared to big
it's
ones.
It's not like a
those
Disney
are,
where you got a 90-minute wait. That's not possible.
Minimum.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we would go and we'd be there for most of the day, but it's like you get in line, 3 coasters go, and you're on every time, no more than that.
Yeah.
Even the long waits, like you go to
Still
Wild
Venom
Thing.
is
A
long.
Wild Thing you could be sitting for
Sometimes
20
you wait,
coasters.
but they got like 3 cars going, and
Yeah.
boom, fly through it.
They
boom,
fly
boom,
through
boom.
pretty fast.
So it's great. That's little life hack for you. If you're ever in the area and you go to Valley Fair, which is top 5 amusement park of all time.
Top 5.
Top 5. Life hack for you. Excalibur in the back. You can ride it all day.
It's a fun one.
You're right. The vibe, it whips you around. All right, it'll break your neck.
So does Renegade. Don't get caught doing this.
They're not
You can't get your head
Renegade's
back up.
They're not concerned with safety at all. But you have a heck of a good time. It is phenomenal. Also, I think the Power Tower is kind of a hidden weird thing because you have
It's
to cross
fun.
this big bouncy bridge to get there.
Yep.
It's impossible. I get lost every year.
Also a quick turn because it's scary as hell. So people don't really love the Power Tower.
Right. You know
It's
how many
intimidating.
It's
so
fun, though.
scary
It's so
looking. When you
fun.
get under it, it's like, nope.
The way that the park is designed is so flawless because it's like a big circle basically, and
Yeah.
you just kind of hit everything. But Power Tower is in the middle, and you walk over this big rickety bouncy bridge.
Yeah.
So like you see Power Tower the whole time, you start to think maybe I can do that. You get your confidence up. You get to where you finally, you find the bridge. It's the only ride that's hard to find. You find the bridge to cross over the river to get to the ride, and as you're crossing the bridge, people are turning around. They're going and they say, not today. And they turn around. So you can get there and you see like, oh, maybe it's a little busy. It's not.
It's not.
It's not busy. There's 7 people over there.
Half of the people that cross the bridge turn around immediately, and the other half get there and they're like, you know what, sweetie, you go ahead. So they wait for their so it's like the people that cross the bridge, 25% of them are going to actually be on the ride. It's great. It's another life hack for you. Power Tower, and there's 2 versions of Power Tower. One goes up fast, one goes down fast.
The going up fast is actually way less scary.
Going
It's
up-
way less scary.
Way less
The
scary.
red is more fun. 'Cause
Way less
it's
scary.
terrifying.
More thrilling for sure.
The red, when you're going up to the top, dude, it's like a 3-minute rise to the top.
Yeah.
It is.
They
crazy.
I
They
think it
take
really is
forever.
like 3 minutes.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could turn your iPod on. You could listen to all of "If I Had You" by Adam Lambert.
Yeah.
By the time you hit the top, that song is moving to the next one.
You literally you're on the rise, and if you're not looking up to see it, you keep thinking to yourself, it
We gotta
can't
be
keep
there.
going.
Then you look
Gotta
up and
be
you're
there.
There's no shot it can keep going.
You're sitting and you're looking
Like, there's
out
not
on
a
the horizon, and you're like,
chance.
I literally can see the whole world ahead
Yeah.
of me.
like, you look up and Wild Thing is like this big on
Yeah.
the ground. You're like,
Exactly. Which is crazy because when you're on the ground, Wild Thing looks like the tallest thing
Well,
on
it's
earth.
Yeah.
huge.
But then you're going up and you pass Wild Thing.
pass
And you're
it.
like, oh.
and you pass it by
And
a
then
long
you're just getting
shot.
past the first chorus, and you're like, "Oh my God, Adam!
And he's like,
Adam, you're killing
that
me!"
would be the only thing I think I ever need. And I wonder if I hate even like so confidently saying all this because we might look up the schematics and they're like, oh, they're about the same height.
No, I know.
But it really
I
feels
did a
taller for
project on it. Power Tower's 275, and Wild Thing's I think 212.
That's a
But
big
still,
difference.
that's still
It is
a
a big
big
difference.
difference. That's a
Percentage-wise,
big
it's a huge
difference.
A
difference.
huge difference.
Yeah.
When you get to the top though, and they hold you for a while, I know that this
They
is
do it on
nothing new.
purpose.
Everyone's ridden a ride like this, but they hold you up there, and it's like you start. It's such a long hold
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you start to think maybe they won't do it. Maybe they'll slowly just bring us.
You
back
start to
down.
lose. You're gaining hope of like maybe they won't just drop me
Yeah,
to my death
you
right
get-
now.
You get up there.
There's a chance that they do
They
that.
might not. You wait so long that you start to think we're just up here to be up here,
Yep.
and then they freaking click
be
it.
And then they
Yeah,
click
you're-
it, and your balls are in your throat, and,
and
you're
you're on
thinking,
the
"Why did
ground.
I agree to this?
And it's
I
the most
paid
fun.
$39 to feel this way."
Yeah. But then you got to break it up. So it's like you paid $39, but you went on 50 things that day. So it's like you pay about
but then
85 cents.
once it's done, you're immediately like, "I want to do that again."
Yeah. And
well,
you can. 'cause you
I
can.
feel that way. I
You
could
can
see
'cause no one else
I
is
could
in
see
line. There.
like the girl that you brought, Maddie or whatever. I could see her crying and just falling down and passing out.
Maddie
She
and
did have
Haley.
fun, though.
Haley was like she was
yes.
gonna
Did have
die.
fun.
Haley
Maddie
was-
liked him more
Haley
than
was,
Haley
"I'm
did.
not secure."
Yeah, I'm not secure the whole time. The operator's probably like, "Do I have to stop the ride?
I
Is
thought
this
she
girl
was
really
gonna die."
not secure?"
We have so many examples of when we were younger where our mom would say like, "Oh, that's a bad that. Oh, we don't want to do that. Oh, that's a bad." And in my head, I always like stored that as it's for bad people.
Yeah.
Instead of like, it's just not very good. So we would walk into Valley Fair and there's an octopus ride.
Yep.
And it's kind of
I
like one
also
of the.
thought that way.
It's a fun ride.
But
Have
it's
you-
like one of the ones that you just kind of could skip.
Yeah.
And we always skipped it. But I think one time maybe my mom said, "Oh, that's kind of one of the bad rides." And I always thought,
The
look
bad
at those
kids,
kids
yeah.
on that ride. Look at the
Little
kids on the
scumbags
bad
eating
ride.
Skippy peanut
Yeah,
butter.
and you
Those
know
little
they are.
scumbags.
And they probably got a funnel cake. Another thing for bad kids.
We take our mom way too
I
literally.
know. I never could really tell the difference between. Oh, she wasn't saying it was for bad people, or you're bad if you go on it. She's just saying it was one of the bad.
I used to
rides.
think Jif peanut butter was for righteous kids.
What if
And
we
like
had
Skippy
Jif?
was like, you're straight to hell. If you're
that's what
eating
you're saying.
Skippy peanut butter,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
cooked.
yeah.
You may as well not, like, you're done.
We have so many conversations with our mom now that it's like, you told us this, and she's like, no, I didn't.
It was
And
like,
we
but she like indirectly did.
We
Like
interpreted
the
like,
game
I
of
didn't
poker.
mean
I
that.
thought the game of poker was played by like just a straight up Satanists
It's
and
horrible.
only Satanists.
And
I'm
it
like,
is
what?
bad.
Yeah,
And I still haven't learned how to play because of it. I'm still scared to learn the rules.
I like poker now. But yeah, it's
that happened a lot where we thought something was not really what it is,
No,
I
not
think.
even. And I still shake the milk, man. I still
still shake the milk,
yeah.
too.
I'm gonna keep shaking.
I did
milk.
it this week, even though we talked about it last week.
I do it every time.
I'm
I
gonna
do it
keep
too.
shaking milk, but you
Well,
can't take that from me.
Unless you're a bad person.
Yeah.
Like, only the bad people don't shake the milk.
Have you guys ridden North Star? That is terrifying.
Is that the Valley Fair?
It's
It
up at
is
the top. It
quite
swings you around.
literally
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
insane. No, I've never been
If you've
on
never
that.
done this,
Oh yeah, we did that, and they
is
matched you with
scary.
that girl that was really scary.
oh yes, we
You-
all did it. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Did I go
was
on it
Jaden
too?
there? Jaden was.
Well, I know you were
Oh,
there.
was it
I
the
think
four
you were
of
there
us
'cause
when
I
we went to the Andy Grammer concert?
I was
must
in a
have been.
seat that was a two-seater, and that girl sat with me, and she
Uh-huh.
was screaming.
And she had it was
you
like
were in
her
front of
cousins.
us.
She was with a group of other guys were with, and nobody else. It was just her that wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So they matched
Yeah.
her with you, and
So
Me
then
and
she
you
just
must have
laughing
been
at her the
together.
whole
There's
time.
no way Jaden would have gone up there, right?
No,
it was,
she
it was
definitely
me and
watched.
you.
She would.
She
It was
definitely
me and
watched.
you, and then Greg was
She
with.
probably would now. She's less scared of stuff like that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she used to be horrified. And that was the thing. Oh, poor Jaden. We brought her to Valley Fair. She'd never been there. And we were in college. The first ride we took her on was Renegade, which is like,
it?
yes, very first ride we did. And I remember thinking, well, it's not
it's
that
not
scary.
tall.
It's just fast. Like it doesn't go upside down. It doesn't do this and that.
Yeah.
And the poor girl, she was like, every time I looked over, she was like trying so hard to have fun. She was like, but then if you ask her about it now, she was like, yeah, how dare you do that? Her introduction to roller coasters, she was like not someone that ever rode roller
No.
coasters.
Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive ride to go first.
It's
It
a
is pretty
hard
aggressive.
thing to
It
start
is
on.
pretty
Okay.
aggressive.
My
We should have
number-
done high roller first.
Yeah,
for
of course,
sure.
of course.
My numbers were close. The wild thing is 207.
Mm-hmm.
Goes 75 miles per hour on
That's
that drop.
quick.
Holy crap.
That's quick.
And then not Steel Venom. Power Tower is 250 feet.
That's a big
That's
difference.
a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
That's a really big difference. So you're certainly
That's a
seeing
huge
it. When you're
plunge.
up there, you can see that you're above.
That's I wonder if
That
like,
you're substantially
I wonder if
above it.
the top of Power Tower is like 275, 300 because you don't get to the top,
No, you
obviously.
It's up.
But you drop. It says you drop 250 feet. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
But there you go. Another tip: if you have to warm up to the power tower, do the one that goes up first because it's
Yeah.
still fun.
Yeah.
But it's way less scary, and you still get the drop.
yeah,
sensation.
the build is not there.
No.
It just shoots you.
And you're also on ground level with the worker. So like you kind of
Yeah.
it's like, oh yes, I trust there's a human there operating this.
Yeah.
You're not stuck in the sky.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
One other thing I wanted to say about the Renegade. Lucas Cruikshank? Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Fred.
Well, his cousin or something lived in the Minneapolis area, and there was some vlog or whatever from when I was a kid. I was probably like 11, and this vlog posted to Lucas's cousin's channel. I swear to God, I remember it. I tried to find it years later, never could. Where he was at Valley Fair, kind of like around the time
Fred
that
was there?
Renegade. Fred was there. Fred was at Valley Fair with his cousins around the time that Renegade kind of was built. And I remember looking at it and being like, oh my God. Because I was such a huge Fred
You
fan.
were obsessed
And I was like,
with him.
oh, Fred is like at Valley Fair. And we were veterans. We'd gone to Valley Fair so many times.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's at the Renegade. Like, I've been at the Renegade.
Probably sat in the same seat.
I probably did. And I just remember thinking it was so cool. And then it's one of those things that I was laying in bed one night and I was like, Fred at the Renegade. So I like tried to find it and I couldn't. And it just doesn't exist anymore.
Man.
So I would love for anybody that is Fred's cousin is watching, send me the
I'm
MP4,
sure he's watching, yeah.
send me the .mov, and let me see that vlog again because I have to see it. I have to see it.
Oh, well, Fred was at Valley Fair with his cousins, and we were at Valley Fair with our cousins many times, and Ryan
jeez.
left.
Ryan.
We love Ryan.
Right.
We love Ryan so much.
Ryan,
We do.
but
We
he's
have to because
Ryan.
we're family.
Yeah. You don't have a choice.
Ryan is just one of those people that when you meet him, you love him, and that's it. That you love Ryan. And we were high school, maybe not even yet, might have been middle school when this happened, and we were out doing rides. Me, Scott, Greg, Ryan, and Connor were doing rides. And then this group of girls comes over and starts talking to us. And
on the wild thing.
On wild thing. And we do not know these girls. Mm-hmm. Ryan decides he's going to go off with these girls. What was the conversation? How'd it go?
They said, you should come ride rides with us.
And he said, I should. I should.
And then
he goes with them.
We're just like, you should
no
not
cell phone,
do that.
No way of contacting us.
Yeah, this was before
leaves.
all that, so he just disappeared.
Yeah, this is early 2000s. He leaves, and we're all like, okay, Ryan's gone. What do we do?
He's gone.
He eventually just came back, like, what, an hour later?
No, but he said they brought him out to the parking lot later. And, like, some guy was out there, like, in the back of the van. The way he told it, I was, like, scared.
Ryan.
It was like a School of Rock van, you know? 14 at the oldest. And you went, and there was like this van in the parking lot, and they were offering you drugs, and like these adult men were out there. Like, who were they?
God.
And he's got this scar on his side, and he's all stitched up.
Yeah.
But they saw their mark. They're like, that's the guy.
We want him.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
Want him.
They heard him from across going, yeah.
Ryan kills us a little bit, but
Hey, he takes years off my life every time I'm around him, in a good way. In a good way. I always feel like I have to be responsible.
You got to be the adult.
Just to make sure we get through whatever we're getting through.
One more quick story about Ryan, then we can do our draft. But it was mine and Kyle's wedding day, okay? And Ryan and Connor were our ushers for the day. I had the night before put them in a group message, me, Ryan, and Connor, and John, my brother-in-law, John. I said, here's the flow of the day. Here's the times you need to be places. Here's the places you need to be. Mm-hmm. Any questions? Nope, we're good. Sounds great. See you tomorrow. Can't wait.
It's gonna crush the ush.
They were very excited, but I did not know this at the time of receiving that text. They were in a sauna with Scott and Greg. Like, they weren't
Is that where we were?
We were hot
your
tubbing,
apartment.
and that freaking girl was trying to get him to go to Europe again.
To the North Pole.
Yeah.
So he was
North
not
Pole.
at all paying attention to my text. He didn't read a word on it. He just said, yep, sounds good.
We were sweating with the boys.
We were busy.
So then, come wedding day, we just got married. Ceremony's over. We're in the parking lot. And I look Connor in the eyes and I say, Connor, do you know how to get to Lindenwood? That's where we're going to go take pictures. Yeah, we'll meet you there.
Throwback to last episode, Lindenwood Park.
Park.
Yep.
The field trip desk.
Yep. And we're going to Lindenwood Park. Do you know how to get there? Yes, we'll meet you there. Sounds good. Connor, his girlfriend Emily, and Ryan get in a car. Just the three of them. I'm like, oh no, at least Emily's in the car. Maybe they'll get there. And so we all get to Lindenwood. Ryan and Connor and Emily are nowhere to be found. So
we all left at the same time.
We all left at the same time.
We had a caravan going.
I call Connor. I was like, where are you guys? And the music is playing so loud in the background that I can't even hear him. And then all I hear is Ryan yell, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Laura? Yeah.
And
all
then
4 windows probably down as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
and then Connor goes, where are you guys? And I was like, are you kidding?
Like, what a crazy... Poor Laura on her wedding day. Where are you guys?
I'm the bride. I'm in my dress in the car with my new husband driving on my cell phone with my stupid cousins.
Doesn't sound familiar.
And I said, Connor, where are you? And he goes, I'm at the reception. I was like, Connor, turn around and drive to Lindenwood Park. He goes, okay, we'll go there. We'll get there really, really fast. I hang up and I said, we're going to take pictures without him.
Decision, by the way, to hang up. Never hang up.
We should have FaceTimed them and not hung up.
They are not in pictures. We are doing this without them. 15 minutes goes by. Plenty of time for them to get from the Avalon to Lindenwood. They are not far apart. I call Connor again and I say, where are you? And he's like, we're coming. We're here. We just got into Lindenwood Park. I just went 100 miles an hour past a wrong way sign. We'll be there in a second. Yeah. And in Lindenwood, you can only drive one way around the park.
It's a big circle around the park.
And
these dummies come
very slowly.
Yeah.
These dummies come
speed bumps.
flying.
You can hear
Dale Earnhardt Jr. pulling up.
all the windows down, music blaring. Yeah, we'll be there in a minute. I just flew past the one-way sign.
Going 100 miles an hour.
Dude, what?
They showed up. We got about 4 pictures with them, and then we left.
People
But
walking their dogs, jumping off the trail.
Kids on their bikes.
Get out the way.
training
Yeah.
wheels. Yeah.
if that doesn't tell you exactly who our cousins are, I don't know what will.
So they're
but
great guys. You know? They're
They
great.
are great guys. Oh my gosh.
That's good.
Unbelievable. Okay, we can do our draft now, but I had
Okay.
to explain who Ryan and Connor were.
Well, no one has any idea. You'll
not a
never
clue.
quite know.
We don't
we're
really
still
know.
trying to
We don't
figure it
even
out.
know. I still don't know.
We'll never get there.
Okay, so the plan here is we're gonna do a little draft as we do, but we're drafting specifically the best songs from our family's old iTunes library. We had a shared computer with a shared iTunes library. We all had songs. We all downloaded from the same library. and
Yeah,
we
had
some
all the
bangers in
same
there.
songs on our iPods.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff.
all had the same songs on all of our iPods. So that's what we're doing. We're going to just try to come up with the best 5 songs that were in our family's old iTunes library. Very specific, very niche little topic for you. And I think you're going to learn a lot about
our family.
and our music tastes as we go along. I have a huge list and I didn't really narrow them down.
I have, I think, 15 or so on this list.
I probably have like 25 here.
But I also do think we'll say a lot of the same songs.
I think I'll be able to check a lot of these
Yeah,
off
I
as we
think so
go.
too. All right, who's going first?
Yeah, I would say how should we
spinning.
decide?
You're spinning.
Okay, Greg's going to have it ordered.
Laura.
All
and
right.
then Scott.
And Scott.
Okay.
Are you writing them down as we go?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
This is
I
bad.
have so many good ones in here.
I know. So do I. I talked to Mom about this for a really long time, and I told her I really wanted to go first because I feel like mine is going to get sniped.
But you get to
Yeah,
go
but you
2
can
in a row.
You'll double up.
You get to
I
go
know,
2
but
in a row.
I feel like there's one I really want, and I feel like it's going to get taken.
I have so many good ones. I have a few that I know you guys won't pick, and I'm so excited to bring them up and have you be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, let's do
This
this.
first one that I'm going to pick, I think Scott will have on his list.
Okay.
I'm going to say Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney.
That's on my list too.
Golly.
That was one of your, it was
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs
Oh,
of all time, but was for sure one of your favorites.
Jesse's one of my favorite artists, and I hate to say that because he doesn't really make as much music these days, and that means that I'm still listening to
Well-
the
Did you
same
ever
songs
meet
from 20
Jesse
years
or
ago.
not? Or did
No,
you
I
go
would love to.
Did you go to a concert of his? He was in
No,
Fargo.
I would love to have
I
met
think-
Jesse McCartney. Though.
Yeah.
He's great, so talented.
He
such a
crushed
good
the
singer.
Masked Singer.
He did, and I
Oh,
knew
yeah,
it too.
yeah.
That was one of those years that it was like one of the early years of Masked Singer when it was still kind of
Yeah,
like a
he was
novel
really good.
idea. It was viral all the time. Like,
Yeah.
oh, who are these people? And we knew T-Pain the second we heard T-Pain.
Yeah.
And I knew Jesse McCartney the second I heard Jesse McCartney. And it was like within the universe of the show, people weren't really sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm absolutely certain that's Jesse McCartney.
Yeah.
The other one that I was certain of was Donny Osmond and
Yep.
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. He
Yeah.
won too, didn't he,
Uh-huh.
Wayne?
Wayne
Brady
beat
won.
Daughtry, which
He beat
I thought
Daughtry.
it was close, but Daughtry is, as a vocalist, he's a little better. Daughtry's
Wayne's got-
Daughtry's so good. I got to see him
Daughtry,
live.
he was the Rottweiler, and when he did the Louis Capaldi, "Someone You Loved," it was like that he should have won.
Yeah,
he
he's
should have
so
won
good.
off
He's
of that
so
song
good. It's
alone.
unbelievable.
But he didn't. Oh well.
Wayne Brady's got that secret sauce though. That
Yeah,
you just,
I
like,
mean,
you can
that's
feel
what-
it through the
it sucks,
costume.
like-
Like, this man's good.
He's an
tough to say,
entertainer.
like Wayne Brady shouldn't have won, but like Daughtry.
Yeah. Wayne Brady's an entertainer. Daughtry's a singer.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady, I think of Wayne Brady in the same vein as Jamie Foxx, where it's like, and Donald Glover. They're
Yeah.
just like insanely good at everything that they
Yes. Yes.
do. Okay,
Scott's turn.
so what'd you say again?
Beautiful Soul,
Beautiful Soul,
Jesse
Jesse McCartney.
McCartney.
Literally, why did I even ask? I have the worst memory of a goldfish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say California by Hawk Nelson.
Oh, that's a good one. That was
Oh,
that
that's
was
a good
another
one.
one of my favorites. That was a really good
Let's
one.
pick up and move to
To California.
California. She's got lots of friends out there. What a freaking banger
that was a good
is.
one.
Oh,
I got to see that one live too.
I have a memory of, because in the song they say, we'll never get bored because we can go boarding. And then Mom was like, well, they get sick of that eventually.
Jeez. Debbie Downer.
And we wonder why we take Mom so literally.
She's like, they'll never get bored. Okay.
All right, Greg, what's your number one?
Okay. I actually didn't even know the name of this song specifically, and I looked it up, and it makes sense why it's called this. But I'm gonna take the like main track from School of Rock, and it's called School of Rock.
It's called
Yeah.
Teacher's Pet, isn't it?
I thought it was, and I on Spotify it is quite literally just called School of Rock.
Dang, that's
So
a banger.
that is my pick, and that was gonna be my 1-1 anyways.
That's a good one.
That is if you do karaoke and you can
Yeah.
sing that song, the
Yeah.
whole place will go nuts.
Yeah. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la la la,
that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
School of Rock is a
You're going
S
to
tier.
copyright claim that because it was so.
Yeah, I was actually
perfect.
wondering, can
Well-
you do this kind of stuff on podcasts, or does that get
Well,
copyright?
Santa
claimed?
Gatto
You can do it.
and
You can do it.
Frankie do it all the time.
You can do it.
All right, you can pick
that's a
another
good
one, Greg.
Golly, that was
Okay.
a good one.
So I will take School of Rock, and I will also take Tear It Up from NFL Street 2 soundtrack.
oh,
I was gonna
God.
put that on
Are
my
you
list.
serious?
Yes, I was like, what is a weird niche thing from our childhood? I was going to put that. Is that the one that would make Ryan
No,
cry?
that's
Disciple Streets.
Disciple what?
Disciple. Speaking of
Another
Ryan.
weird Ryan thing.
Yeah, so we sometimes when we play football with Ryan and Connor, we would just listen to the NFL Street 2 soundtrack and just throw the pigskin around.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Sometimes.
Yeah, like every time. So
Every time.
that I had to have that song.
Yeah, that's
that
classic.
one is great.
All right,
But
Scott.
Ryan-
Also, my
just-
favorite video game soundtrack ever.
Favorite video game ever, probably for me. NFL Street 2.
Most fun. I've
You
had
guys
with a
played
video
that
game.
one so much.
Yep.
Yep. I could pick it up right now and it would be like, I never stopped.
Yep.
It's so good.
It's a great game.
Your turn, Scott.
I wanted to just follow up quick. Ryan told us a story about how whenever he would hear the song Disciple Streets from that playlist,
Ryan?
he would cry.
He'd cry.
It would make him cry. It was like, why?
He's just the best ever.
So weird.
All right.
Okay, so I get a 1, just a 1.
Yep.
Oh man, I've got so many good ones.
I've got some
I'm
good
so
ones. It's hard to
nervous.
choose.
Okay, I'm gonna take Ooh Ah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really
Tony
good
Mac.
one.
Me-
Yep, that's
me
a good
and-
one.
Be like, ooh ah.
I had that one too, and I played it for mom, and I was like, because I told her about this draft, and I was like, why do I feel like I should take this? Like,
'Cause
what
it's
is your reasoning? Did we just listen to it a lot?
I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also it was like culturally huge. It was
Yeah,
a Christian,
it was.
it's like
Yeah.
a Christian rap song.
Yeah,
and it
Grits
was huge.
is the band.
Think about like the old days when people would make football highlight videos. It was like, here comes the
Yeah.
boom,
don't really
here
want
comes
it
the
now.
and Ooh Ah was another very
Yeah.
popular
Yeah,
song.
that's, I couldn't think of why I wanted it, but it was on my list. So
Mhm. It's a banger.
So now I get 2.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to go. This one is very specific to us, so I don't know the other listeners will know this
Okay,
one, but
I've got a couple of those.
Dive by Stephen Curtis
Oh, I
Chapman.
have that.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
diving
one.
in.
Yep. Yep.
I have that written down.
Uh-huh.
I'm going.
That one, we listened to that one all the time
That's
growing
a
up.
great one.
And then for my second one, there's 2 here that I could do. I think I'm going to go with Mirrors by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, it's at the top. It's
man.
like my favorite song of all time.
yeah, I know that's, yeah.
that's
That-
also the first CD that I had like claimed.
It was 2 CDs.
Yeah,
2
2020.
albums. 2020 Experience.
Yeah.
The White Album and the Black Album.
Yeah.
And I don't even know which one's better. Oh, what a great.
Well, the one with Mirrors. Mirrors is like, for me, it's top 5
They
song.
have Spaceship Coupe is underrated, amazing. Pair of
TKO.
Wings, TKO, Cabaret.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, Scott loves
Strawberry
Justin
Bubblegum.
Timberlake.
Suit and Tie.
Suit and Tie was
Suit
in there.
and Tie was a
the-
good
what was
Push
the
Your
other
Love
one?
Girl.
Push Your Love Girl, so
Yep.
freaking good. But what was the other one? It was I gotta look it up. Oh,
Was it 2 separate albums that he sold together? Or were they released at different times?
I don't remember.
I think they maybe didn't come out at the exact same time.
I remember what the picture looked like.
Oh yeah,
It's like the gears
it's
looking.
like the glasses.
Yeah. Oh, it was glasses. My brain, it's gears, but
it is, but it's like at the optometrist.
yeah,
when you have the
yeah.
machine. That girl, so good. I'm in love with that girl, and she's in love with me. I'm gonna copyright strike that one as well. Oh, Take Back the Night.
Yeah.
Freaking A.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
I remember you liked that one a lot.
Oh, and give me what I don't know. Oh, stop. This is so good. I can't drink
What the hell?
away.
Scott's
I've tried
unraveling.
Jack, I've tried Jim.
I can't believe you didn't say Mirrors. That's
Yeah, I
why I
thought
had
he
to
was
take
going
it
to.
because
Freaking A.
I thought he was going to take Mirrors first.
that's what I
I
thought.
can't drink.
All right, Scott, it's Scott's turn again, right?
Honestly, I hate that people sleep on that, even though it was like a successful couple of albums, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you forget so soon about the majesty of the 2020 Experience Part 1 and Part 2. I could listen to those top to bottom as bangers on bangers on bangers.
Yeah,
Okay.
you loved that one.
That's crazy.
Your turn.
Wow, I've already picked 2 and I only could get 3 more. I hate this. I feel like I want to
I
pick
know
10
we
more.
could easily
Yeah,
draft
top
20,
30.
but
Okay, I am going to choose Barlow Girls.
oh, that's a good one too.
Barlow Girls. All
That's
the
such a
boys
good
in the
one.
band want a Valentine.
From a Barlow girl.
What a banger.
That's a Super Chick.
Super Chick. Oh, man. That's
I
a
love
toughie.
Super Chick. Loved it.
They have another really popular song that was like actually popular.
Yeah, they had 2 songs that were actually on. Do you remember the Mary Kate and Ashley movie Holiday in the Sun?
Do I remember?
That
Mary
One
Kate
Go
Ashley?
Revolution. That was
a
them.
Super Chick song. Eric Striffler would know all about it.
Oh yeah,
He loves
yes
that
he
movie.
would. He would. Yeah, they had
splashing,
2
don't
songs
splash.
that were in that movie. One Girl Revolution is probably their most popular.
Oh, what's the other one when they're in the club?
That's Play.
Is that a Super Chick song?
No, Play is the name of the band.
And was it
Then I
actually them
talk
in
to
the
you.
in the movie too, like up on the stage?
If you have a problem, I'll be here for you. 'Cause you always know that.
Oh yeah,
It's us against the world.
That was a banger.
Yeah,
What
that
are we
band is
talking
Play.
about?
And they also did Cinderella. Do you remember?
Do I remember Cinderella?
Waiting for somebody. All right, whose turn is it, Greg?
Oh, was Barlow Girls even the right choice?
No, because I wasn't going to take it. So you could
I know,
just
but I
taken it
just kind of
fourth.
wanted to bring it up
Yeah.
because it's
No,
so
I know,
good.
but you could have
Yeah.
taken a fourth because I wasn't going to. And I might take something you want here.
Shoot.
So something I know for sure Scott looked forward to every week was Andy Samberg and his digital shorts.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up.
These
By
are-
the way,
Yeah.
So
is this going to be Space Olympics?
no, so I'm gonna take I'm on a boat because it
So
was
good.
one of their most iconic ones, and then also because Scott redid I'm on a boat. Like,
yeah, we did for a school project.
yeah, so like it's kind of a double whammy.
Yeah, we did do
You
that.
could just everything Lonely Island is.
Oh man,
Yep.
I've listened to the Lonely Island podcast like a lot, and their latest episode was about Space Olympics, and they all hate it. They hate Space
Really?
Olympics, and I was like, Space Olympics? That's top five. Lonely Island digital short. Space Olympics? It's so good, and it makes me feel some type of way because it like really absorbs you into. It's such a good song. And then they were like, "Yeah, no, it was kind of one of the bad songs we made." I was like, "Oh man, I hate that I
Dang.
just don't agree at all." I'm on a boat was I think maybe the first one I ever heard because Chase played it for me while we were waiting in line for lunch
Oh, what
on
the
his
heck?
iPod. He's like,
Funny.
"You want to listen to this?" Oh my god, T-Pain, this is so good.
That was a good one. Lonely
Yeah,
Island.
so
They were big
Lonely
when we
Island
were
was
little.
such a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
So I had to have one of theirs.
You get one more.
I don't think either you're gonna take this. I know Scott won't because he. I have to have it, and I just kind of want to do it now. When your dad so adamantly believes that there's a best song ever written, it's hard for your kid mind
I
to
know what
not
you're gonna say.
understand.
Yeah. I know what you're
So-
Should we say it on three?
Well, no, because he has a few that he really loves.
Oh, but let's all say the one that we think it is. Okay,
Okay.
ready? 1, 2, 3. Piano
Courtesy of the
Man.
Red, white, and blue.
Oh, wait, what did
Courtesy of
you
the
say?
Red,
Piano
white,
Man.
and blue.
Oh, courtesy of
So
the
that's
Red,
what
White,
That
and
is
Blue.
the other one.
Toby Keith.
But when Courtesy comes on, Dad
Cries
gets
every time.
emotional.
Every
how
time.
could you not?
So
Yeah.
I know listening to Toby Keith growing up, I don't think it's his best song, but that's the song that I remember the most.
Another
growing up.
great-
Gets you the most jazzed.
Another, I mean, think of Small Town America karaoke. That's another. It
Yes.
bring the house down.
Yes.
Yep. So I'll take Courtesy. I mean,
That's a good
It's a
one.
great song.
Everything Toby Keith is good.
Yep.
Now it's
Us
your
too.
turn again.
All right, I have to take a song from the Click Five, and
Yep.
it's gonna be
Just the girl.
Just the Girl.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
Just
I was
one's
either
better.
gonna be Just the Girl
or Catch Your Wave.
Well, there's so many. Catch Your Wave, Angel to You,
Mm-hmm.
parentheses Devil to Me, or Friday Night. That's the one I still listen to this day.
Yeah.
Just the girl.
Just the
is
Girl
Just
is
the
the
Girl is
best, though.
absolute
That one's
classic.
the best.
Probably their most popular.
Okay, so now I do my last two. Oh boy, this is too hard.
dude. I can't move my feet.
This is really hard. Okay, for my fourth, I think I'm gonna do "Riding Solo" by Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
I actually had What You Say.
Jason Derulo was my first CD that I
Yeah.
ever
Right.
owned.
Yeah.
Jason
Yeah.
Derulo by Jason Derulo.
And
Beluga
yeah,
Heights.
"Riding
JJJ.
Solo" was one of your favorite songs. I remember.
Riding
Yeah,
Solo is
all
great.
time.
I actually had What You Say on mine though.
It Girl,
Yep.
Love Hangover, Encore. I could list the whole album. And
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't know
going
that
to,
It
but I
Girl was
could.
on that one.
You don't think so?
I don't think it was.
You know what's hard about when you self-title an album is that when I search for Jason Derulo album, it's just going to be like, which one?
Him in that fedora looking to the side.
2010. What a handsome little man that is. In my head. Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
dude, the sky's the limit. Shut up. This album is perfect.
So really quick story when me and Andy used to do the air guitar band.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Like once a year we would just air guitar in front of our whole school.
Which
Or like
is so
our whole class. Sorry. Our whole
Why?
class. But for no reason.
They ate it up. They
We
loved
did
it.
Jesse's Girl and then they wanted us to do it the second year. So I told Andy we were going to do Sky's the Limit just because I was obsessed with that song at the time
Mhm.
and didn't tell him it was Jason Derulo. So I told him the night before we were performing it. And this is before cell phones. I told him, look up Sky's the Limit, kind of try to memorize the words. We'll just piece it together. Shows up to school the next day and he goes, we cannot do that song.
What did he
I was
say?
like, why? He's like, it's horrible. Like, no way Mrs. This is going to let us do this. And he looked up The Sky's the Limit by Lil Wayne. I was like,
Andy.
no.
You
Poor
goober.
Andy's horrified. Like, Greg, what are you doing? Okay, so for my fifth one, I'll ask you guys, should I do one that is specific to our family or kind of more just like the general, everyone will know it?
Take the
Should I do it in
specific one and then
Go
just do
specific.
an
Well, this is what
honorable mention
everyone
after.
will still know this song, but it's very specific to our family. More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Yeah.
Ooh, was that on the CD?
Yeah.
It was on the CD that we listened to
That-
every morning.
The Saturday morning
More than
like,
a
cleaning
feeling.
playlist.
I think of that and Hot Blooded.
Yes,
Crocodile
that's
Rock.
on my
And
list.
Crocodile Rock.
Hot Blooded's on my
Crocodile
list
Rock.
as well.
Frame
Yep.
was
Yeah.
on that.
2 Tickets to Paradise.
Eddie
That was an
Money.
awesome
what
CD.
yeah, what even? I bet if I looked it up, it's like an 80s hits or whatever.
It
right?
is, yeah.
I bet I could even find that CD.
Yeah, there was a 70s hits and an 80s hits, and then there was a classic rock.
Yep.
We always had to skip. What was the one that was so boring? Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah, we
Probably.
Oh, so
yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Skip.
so many good ones on that CD though.
Crocodile Rock was a bad
Crocodile
one,
Rock's good.
But More Than a Feeling is one of the best songs of all time.
Is it up to me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is it?
Yep,
Oh,
last
no, this
one.
is I'm the
is it.
last pick?
No,
No, I
he's
am.
the last,
okay,
but this is
okay.
your last one.
Oh, tough. I feel like if I want the best list, this is tough because I do want to have the best list as well.
I have Mirrors on my list. I don't know that you're
I
gonna
know,
win.
it's-
And riding
If
solo.
this goes to a vote, Laura's going to win. But just because like Beautiful Soul, Mirrors.
Yeah, all of mine are good.
But that's not what I've been drafting for.
wow, this is going to be way insanely hyper specific. I'm going to say
The Rumor Weed,
no
the cartoon song.
from VeggieTales.
No,
The cartoon
Chris
Christian
Rice,
song.
yeah.
No. I'm going to do the Alex Goot cover of 1,000 Miles.
Oh,
I have 1,000 miles on mine too.
yeah. I actually, that's not that hyper specific because I actually have Dave Days.
Which one?
I have What Does It Take on mine.
Oh, what does it take to
Did you say
get
1,000
you?
years or
1,000 miles.
Miles.
Vanessa.
Alex
Vanessa
Goot.
Carlton.
Was that off of Songs I Wish I Wrote?
Mm-hmm. I don't know which volume. There were a lot of volumes
A lot
of that.
volumes.
I was a sucker for songs I wish I wrote.
Alex Goot. Okay.
All right, Greg.
Okay, so not by my choice, this movie was just burned into my brain. So I'm gonna take Our Lips Are Sealed from
Our lips are sealed.
Yeah.
Was that another Mary Kate and Ashley thing? Was that what it's
No,
from?
it was Hillary Duff.
and Cinderella
And Haley
Story.
Duff.
Oh, Cinderella Story.
Well,
Yeah.
that's no surprise.
Yeah, that
they
song
sang
is,
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Hillary Duff.
No secrets
That
to
I-
We watched that movie a lot.
If I had to
Cinderella
guess,
Doesn't matter
I
what
think
they
that's
say.
the movie I've watched the most times.
That's what I was thinking if we did a draft about movies from our childhood, Cinderella Story would have to be on there
there's
for
probably
sure.
one.
Certainly
yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Greg always wanted to watch the Wiggles movie.
Yeah, we had to hide it. Me
I'm
and
like,
Scott
bruh.
hit it,
Big
and we
whoop.
got in trouble for that.
Yeah,
Big
well,
whoop.
he wanted a fruit salad, yummy.
Let's go.
Greg was the most chill child on the planet, and me and Scott were not at all the
I just
most
wanted to
chill.
watch Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Okay? That's all I wanted to do. And I
That's
skipped
another-
the boring
That's
parts.
another take that the internet would just crucify you for.
Don't worry, they'll come around eventually.
Yeah, eventually the 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the best Star Wars
They'll
movies.
come around to specifically episode 2 because I've heard nothing but bad things. They'll be like, "Oh man, episode 2 was actually really sick."
I've heard people not liking the Phantom Menace either, like at all.
They're just wrong and they're sad.
Here, I wanted to quickly tell you the rest of my list just so you know what it was. I had 1985 by Bowling for Soup,
Mhm.
Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy,
Classic.
Lollipop by Mika,
I have Lollipop by
Do you?
Mika.
All the Small Things, Blink 182,
Uh-huh.
Dirty Little Secret, All American
Oh,
Rejects,
so good.
Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson, banger.
Mhm.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, and then I Got a Feeling, Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, so you were just taking hits.
Yeah.
I was
Um,
my list.
But
is
all of
friggin' weird.
mine, I think were on our either a CD
yeah,
that we
mine
had
are.
or
You want to hear about hyper specific? How about the cover of For Good by
Yeah.
what's his name?
Oh,
I don't even remember.
yes, so good. God dang it,
he's
what's
so
his name?
good.
Because I knew you.
I can see his face.
It's him and
David?
Nick Patera. I
Nick
think.
Patera. Nick
Nick
Patera. It is
Patera.
Nick
Nick
It's two
Patera.
Patera
guys.
and the other guy
It's
though.
two
There's
guys.
another guy. Nick Patera was featured on. He sang the girl voices.
Yeah.
Which shout out Nick Patera. Do you know what he did in a Pixar movie? Very iconic.
What?
He sings the Triple Dent Gum song
Does he?
in Inside Out.
What?
Oh.
That's
Nick
cool. Good for
Patera.
him. That's very
so shout
cool.
out Nick. I have Love Liberty Disco. I can't believe I
Yes.
didn't say that.
Yes.
A Bay Bay, Hurricane Chris.
Mhm.
I'm living the
something
good life.
happened with that camera and that one.
Are they dying?
Oh no!
So we're still recording
Absolutely
on this
Still
one.
going on
Unbelievable.
that one, but we'll be able to wrap it up here anyway.
Good grief.
One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days. Big House. That's a
Yeah.
banger.
Audio adrenaline.
Shed a Tear by Ryan Higa and
Yeah.
Kev Jones.
I was thinking Nice Guys.
Chester C.
Yeah.
I'm Living the Good Life, Chester C. Contact High, Architecture in Helsinki. Absolute banger.
Contact High.
Princes and Frogs. You
Yeah,
remember
that
Princes
was
and Frogs?
that was also super chick.
You're a God by Vertical Horizon. From the Bruce Almighty.
Almighty.
soundtrack.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
And then I have Someone I Know by Holiday,
Yep.
which is your teacher.
Yeah,
or
Nick
whatever.
Emmel. That was his band
That's a
back in the
banger.
day. That is such a good song.
I know all the words to that still.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a few others, but they're not as good.
None worth
Yeah, I
mentioning.
I
had
do
some
all the
weird ones,
Reliant
too.
K. There's a lot of Reliant K.
Yeah, I
bangers,
love
too.
Reliant K. Love
All of
them.
mine like tied to something. Like I had like Our Lips Are Sealed. I had Say Hey because we listened to that every morning
yeah.
driving from Moorhead.
On
the
Michael
radio.
Fronte, is that who was that
Yeah.
his name?
Yep.
Oh
Spearhead.
yeah.
Yep. That.
Mhm.
I had some from movies like This Will Be an Everlasting Love.
This will
The
be from
Parent
Parent Trap.
Never
Oh
Last
man,
in Love.
This Will Be and Somewhere Beyond the Sea are like two of the most feel good songs of all time, and they're both in
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah. From movies, I had Perfect Day. That's in Legally Blonde.
Yep.
Perfect day, nothing standing in my way. It's perfect day.
We can never do songs
Nothing
again
can
because
go
this is going to be an
wrong.
issue every time.
It's too good. What the hell do you expect me to do?
I had
Not sing the song?
I had Soak
with
Up the
perfect
Sun
pitch?
too.
Yeah, what?
Soak Up the Sun.
I wanna soak up the sun. I wanna tell everyone to lighten up. I wanna tell them that I'm. So
God know what to play.
The other one I'm surprised never came up is Venus by Bananarama.
Oh
you know
my
why?
gosh.
you know why it never came up? How long is this episode?
Scott has PTSD.
We go to
Right,
the
as
dang-
we should.
We go to the dang just for kicks.
Yeah,
you know,
as we should have.
and the kids are in there doing their dance line or whatever. It's a dance thing,
Yeah.
just for kicks.
Yeah, it's
the
a
dance.
national thing.
And every single time we go, they do the kick line to "I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, I'm your desire."
Yeah.
That was the one song we learned that
Every
year.
time I hear
Just-
digga 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 digga,
Your heart starts beating that fast.
I'm
You're
like, are you serious? Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm listening to the SpongeBob. Is it the same from the jellyfish one?
No. You're now your Mandela
They're the
effect. Like you're
same.
scared. You're thinking it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I had
I'm your
that.
Venus.
The only other one that I had that was like specific to a story was Let It Rock, Kevin Rudolph and Lil Wayne, because it was in Madden. And also, I was at a perfect age to be innocent enough to not know how horrifying the words were, especially Lil Wayne's verse.
Oh yeah.
And I was just listening to it, minding my own business on the computer, and Mom was hearing it. And she's like, never. Like, never.
That was some like 303. I'd be listening to 303
Yeah,
and
like, I
Mom was
didn't
like,
know.
"What are you listening to?"
Yeah.
Rich Man by 303 was another absolute banger. And Down by Jay Sean.
Oh,
How
yeah.
did we not bring up Jay Sean?
Yeah, Down is really good. Do you
All of
remember?
Jason.
Did anyone say anything from
2012?
Soldier Boy? He
Oh,
was
I
big.
love Soldier Boy.
Crank that.
Soldier Girl, amazing song. Kiss Me Through the Phone, amazing song.
Yep.
What's the other one that I like so much? The Soldier Boy theme song is great. And the one,
Dermas Wagon.
Rollin' Wet. No one even knows Rollin' Wet.
Whoa.
He's talking about money.
Right. Ask Mom if that's what he's talking
He is
about.
talking about money. He said, I'm rolling. It's so good. I used to listen to it in the weight room. Yeah, Soldier Boy was really big in the weight room. That
I'm
was
gonna
about that
I'm gonna
time.
say we probably don't have time for apples to apples.
Heck
You
no.
don't think so? Not even one hand?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Sure.
All right.
That's my card for Wicked. Wicked is the green card.
Wicked.
Wicked.
Okay, Wicked. We have atomic bombs,
Mhm.
girlfriends, and daytime TV. Wicked.
What's wicked about girlfriends?
Well, some girlfriends. Some girlfriends
Daytime
can be really
TV.
bad.
Daytime. When you think like Maury, what is daytime TV really?
Pretty bad.
Jerry
Pretty
Springer,
bad.
pretty
It's
bad.
pretty wicked.
It's pretty
the
bad.
People's Court.
Yep.
Daytime TV is pretty wicked.
Even when you think about like what goes on backstage at like
Oh yeah, the
Ellen
show.
and all that. yeah, all that stuff.
Daytime TV is pretty.
That's not a
wicked.
bad answer.
So one of the prompts here is corrupt.
That would definitely be daytime TV.
Mhm,
Atomic
mhm.
bombs are also, I don't know if wicked's necessarily the word, but it's
It is a
Evil.
pretty wicked thing.
what were the other things on there?
Evil.
Evil, yeah.
Well, what shall we do? Who's the winner?
Wicked.
What do you say? What's the first thing what seems like the right answer to
I
you?
mean, atomic bombs are more like
Yeah, it's
evil,
probably.
but
Atomic bombs? Is that what we're going with?
I think that's probably better.
Round of applause. Congratulate.
But I could see that
I could see
The
daytime.
daytime
I do
TV
like
is a good
daytime
answer,
TV.
but-
Daytime TV is a fun one. Fun
the
answer.
green.
So is that what we're going with?
We're going with atomic
I thought
bomb.
Atomic Bomb's one.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you said that and then you changed your mind?
Well, because you two both said I could see voting daytime TV.
Yeah.
Well, I could. But...
Yeah, it was a very close
All right.
race.
Well, I think I'll remember this. You guys hate when I say that.
No, we don't.
You do. You poo-poo on it every
Here,
time.
no, we've never poo-pooed on it. The first time, I didn't know you were doing it. And
He
so I
doesn't
just
know.
kept talking.
He wasn't scripted, so he blacked out and just said something.
The
Sounds
second
about right.
time, we didn't do anything. I don't think we did anything last time
That's
either.
the thing, is I say it and
What
you just
the
look
hell
at me
are you
like you expect me to
I
say
think
something
I'll
else.
remember this.
I will.
I think I'll remember getting bullied by Scott.
What are you talking about now?
I think Ryan and Connor will remember this episode.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
think so too.
And if they see this one, they're going to be texting us saying they got to get on so they can defend themselves.
I'll just get a text and say, "Yep."
Yeah.
Can I just read?
Yeah, this isn't a fair fight. They're not even here.
I just want to read my latest text from Ryan and see what it says. I'm sure it's
It'll-
something.
We all need to pull up our latest text
the
from
word
Ryan.
dog will be in there.
Let's see.
I gotta
What's
pull
the
up my
latest
It'll
latest
text?
say
from Ryan,
big
too.
dog.
Yeah, literally the latest text I got just says, "Yeah," and it's a photo from Christmas.
Yep.
See, he just says, "Yeah,"
Checks out.
and then I text him back. He doesn't respond.
The last time he texted me was on my 30th birthday. He said, "Wild to think 30 years ago we were rocking those Viking onesies. One of us has matured since then."
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
I got to put up a picture of us in the Vikings onesies. That's my favorite picture of all time. So we can post that on the Instagram or something.
Classic.
Yeah.
I have a really good
here it
picture
is.
of me and Ryan too. I was going to send to him
Me
on
and
his
Ryan
birthday.
in our onesies.
And there it is. A little screamy. Your computer went
Ryan.
off,
Me and
Scott.
Ryan in
Cinco de
our
Rayo. Oh.
our Vikings onesies.
Alrighty. Yeah, we give Greg the hour and a half beast to try to edit.
Good luck,
Yeah.
Greg.
You got it. I had like 4 hours of footage. I just made a video about beast games and I'm not done yet, but you can do it. You'll survive.
You had 4 hours of footage.
I mean, I had to grab a lot of B-roll and stuff. It's a lot. All right.
These we're gonna have to shorten these probably a little.
Well, we did ramble about Valley Fair for a good 25 minutes.
We'll start doing that every time.
That's what the people want.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you. Bye-bye.